Hello, lovelies, amazings, beautifuls, and wonderfuls. I am Maggie, and thank you for joining me. So, what we've been doing here, we've been doing a slow crawl through Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Excuses Be Gone. And this book is it's about how to change lifelong self defeating habits. So, right now, hit your like and your subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments. And what we're going to do is we're going to dive right in. So, we are currently in the first part one, identifying and removing habitual thinking. And there was a beautiful quote that this all started with: don't believe everything you think. And we're kicking off chapter 3. Chapter 3 is your excuse catalog. This chapter should be a lot of fun, but it also should dive deep in. So let's see what goes on. So I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by a conscious endeavor. And that's from Walden by Henry Davis Thoreau. Okay, that's beautiful. Let's see. I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by a conscious endeavor. So I'm sure many of you are on your way to your conscious endeavors, and if you're not, just being in the very this channel, this space, you're going to begin to get messages on what that is. So here we go. I have an undeniable affinity for Henry David Thoreau's experience while communing with nature at Walden Pond in Massachusetts. I visited his home in Concord on many occasions, meditated at his desk, and rested on his bed to enhance this magical connection. And there's quite a bit about that in Think and Grow Rich, where Napoleon Hill talks about as he began to connect with other people who are gone, they begin to take personalities and he learned things. But we can develop that connection, a living and other. The quote above is so meaningful to me that it actually influenced my writing of this book. I've occasionally been accused of being a Pollyanna, offering hope to the hopeless. Some see my philosophy concerning the human ability to elevate life to higher levels of peace, love, and joy to be naive. But let me just say, guys, if we're not doing it, who's going to do it? And many of us in the quantum field, we're giving a hand up. So do not be discouraged. And if you're in company with Wayne Dyer, which you are, it means that you are in good company. So being compared to Pollyanna isn't a source of discomfort for me, however. After all, here was a little girl who arrived in a town where the people were miserable and pessimistic, with doom and gloom dominating the horizon. Within a short while, the energy of Pollyanna permeated the community. Her enthusiasm was infectious, and people began to feel hope, passion, and love replacing their despair and futility. So I'm going to say, I know many of you, with your enthusiasm that's infectious, your positive enthusiasm, that you are giving people hope, passion, and love to replace their despair and futility. So if I'm to be compared to anyone, I find it an honor to be viewed in Pollyanna's terms. I think that many of Mr. Thoreau's contemporaries might have applied a similar label to him as well. Thoreau left the corrupt world of humankind to live in the natural world with trees, animals, and the weather as his teachers. He discovered an ecstatic awareness of a current life coursing through the entire planet, which led to his optimism about the human potential. So I'm going to just add this real quick. Many of us have had our lives upheaved by COVID. And if that is the case and you're in, take it as a chance for transformation, getting a chance to look at life a different way and go in a different direction. Sorry. His message is essentially this: realize the existence of the unknowable and ecstatic aspect of your existence. Begin trusting your underlying nature by becoming conscious. Oh, that's so beautiful. Realize the existence of the unknowable and ecstatic aspect of your existence, knowing that this divine element is an intrinsic part of yourself. Begin trusting your underlying nature by becoming conscious. In other words, excuses be gone. There are 4 words in this chapter opening quote that I might highlight: encouraging, unquestionable, elevate, conscious. So, number 1, this book is encouraging you to challenge patterns and feel inspired by a newfound awareness of the life hidden beneath your excuses. Invite yourself to move out of the established thoughts patterns and realize that there is nothing standing in your way of living your highest level. So we break through the excuses and we begin to live on our highest level. Encouraging. 2, you have an unquestionable ability, you, to eliminate excuses. They'll give up and go when they're revealed as the false beliefs that they are. There's simply no question about this. So, unquestionable ability to eliminate excuses. We are on our way. 3, you elevate your life by taking responsibility for who you are and what you are choosing to become. You can transcend the ordinary, mundane, and average with thoughts of greatness, greater joy, and meaning. You can decide to elevate your life rather than have a stagnant and deteriorated with excuses. So go beyond where you are presently. Okay, so you can elevate your life. How do we do this? We take responsibility. We choose who we are becoming. We transcend our life, whatever mundane, average things, and we move to greater joy and meaning. We decide to elevate our lives. So we are deciding, and we are deciding not to let excuses deteriorate that beautiful life. 4, you can bring your desires to consciousness by disconnecting the power from your subconscious so that it can't continue to run your life. Your subconscious, the habitual mind, is accessible. So unearth the excuses buried deep within you and become conscious. And there's NLP, there's Brian Scott's channel that's really helping us to reprogram ourselves to higher, more positive thoughts. Also, Elmer Olacher doing a lot of work to help reprogram us to higher thoughts. Renee Garcia, Reality Transurfing, helping us to learn tools and reprogram our minds to higher positive thinking. So be encouraged by the unquestionable ability you have to elevate your life by a conscious endeavor. Remember those 4 words as you review the following list of some of the most common excuses that you'd probably like to free yourself from. So this is subcategory, a catalog of some excuses. In my role as a counselor, teacher, and parent, I've heard many reasons that people use to explain an unhappy existence, and almost all of them inevitably fall into one huge category, which I call excuses. The rest of the chapter will introduce you to 18 of the most commonly used ones, along with a brief commentary about each one. This will give you a primer before you go on to learn the excuses be gone method. That's detailed in the rest of the book. Here they are in no particular order. So in our next video, I'm going to start covering those 18 excuses that he commonly sees. And I just want to encourage you to, if you do the work will do you. This is the other thing too. This book is jam-packed with tools and things that you can try out to open up your consciousness to move into your new life. So, you know, even if you just learned one thing from this book, it would change your life. So don't be discouraged if you feel like, wow, this is just a lot. Maggie's like vomiting on us with no Zofran from the spiritual realm. I'm here to tell you, don't overwhelm yourself. Something will speak to you, and whatever that is, grab it, run with it, and take action for your best life. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And now you're going to hit the like button and subscribe and leave your positive comments. I'd love to know how this book is uplifting your life. All right. Have a wonderful day. And remember, excuses be gone. All right. And you know what's next. Peace in, peace out.